It's the big question. It's been the big question since Avatar completely dominated back in 2009. Can anything, and specifically, can Avengers Endgame take down Avatar? Let's talk about this and I'll give you guys my honest thoughts. So it was this time last year that Avengers Infinity War came out, and many people said there's no way it makes $2 billion. People were literally laughing at the fact that people were predicting it's going to make over 1.8. When all was said and done, it broke $2 billion and made a little more. So nothing is out of the question. Avengers Endgame came out the box office, literally shattering expectations, going way above and beyond, and setting a new just wave of records and a new precedent for what's possible with this franchise. Now, of course, Avatar holds the all-time #1 record. And the big question everybody's been asking, the analysts that are trying to, feed their firms, trying to put their numbers out there so they can be right, are trying to make their big pieces known. And obviously, you can go one of two ways. You're either going to be insane enough to say, Endgame is going to beat Avatar, and put that out there at your publication as a surefire thing, and if it doesn't, you look like a joke. Or you're going to say, Avengers Endgame, it's not going to beat Avatar, and you're going to put that out there for your publication. And if it does, you look like a joke because you underestimate it. So a lot of people are trying to figure out, where does this go? So let me take you back to first and foremost of what's important and why this is such a big deal. When Avatar came out a decade ago, the film landscape was very different. Like Transformers, right? Were kind of like ruling Hollywood. They were the big things. You had a new blockbuster once every 2 to 3 months, if you were lucky. The MCU was an unknown quantity. It was a very, very different time. You just look at it and you kind of try to get into that mindset, and you like, if you watch films today, you almost can't believe that that's what it was, right? Because now there's a new blockbuster at an average of every 10 days. Imagine that. Every 10 days, every weekend, you're almost guaranteed to have a big new blockbuster out there in theaters. Sometimes on the same weekend, you're getting 2 to 3. So Avatar actually had a prolonged release, and then it re-released and stayed in theaters for a while, so it did these massive numbers. On the other hand, Endgame faces competition. Detective Pikachu, Godzilla, but you have to look at it realistically. What it's done so far, and if it keeps on pace with Infinity War, if it does the same amount of drops and everything, the percentages at least, it will beat it. Which means it will be #1. So give it a couple weeks and we'll come back to this and we'll see. But I'm saying it will.